You hear a lot of talk these days about liposomal vitamin C and how well it absorbs and how much more effective it is than a regular vitamin C supplement. But how good is it really? Is it worth the price premium? And how much better is it and why? Let's take a look. So, first of all, most vitamin C supplements are actually corn derived, and when you see something corn derived, unless specified otherwise, that's most likely going to be coming from GMO corn. So right away, that to me is not super inviting or exciting. And so we would want to look at least to find something that's made from a non-corn source, or at least like a non-GMO corn source. So you could go for something like what I have here, which is made from tapioca. So that's one option. But that's not liposomal. And on the other hand, we have this other option here. Let's see if we can get a good look at that. And that is liposomal vitamin C from Quicksilver Scientific. So what's the difference here? And is one going to be a better idea than the other? So when you deal with regular vitamin C, this has a disadvantage. And this is a disadvantage that you see much more with specifically vitamin C supplementation more than other nutrients. Also with glutathione, but for other reasons and not. So the reason why you want to take glutathione as liposomal is different from the reason that you want to take vitamin C in the liposomal form. When you take vitamin C orally, whether you're getting it from food or whether you get it from supplements, it doesn't get absorbed that well. So small amounts, you get very effective absorption of. But when you go to larger amounts, it's not so good. It's weird, right? But if you take 100 milligrams of vitamin C, that's a small amount. So that's maybe coming from like a supplement, but also maybe coming from a food. Of that 100 milligrams, you're probably going to absorb about 98 milligrams. So you're doing pretty good. That's great, right? Now, but that doesn't stretch out. That effectiveness of absorption doesn't continue as you go to larger amounts. As you go to larger doses, the absorption gets way lower. So we were at like 98% absorption there. If you go up to taking 2,000 milligrams or 2 grams, right? This is like a solid vitamin C supplement now we're looking at. You're only going to absorb somewhere between 1,000 to 1,250 milligrams. So now we're down to like half, or maybe a little bit better than half of it that's actually getting absorbed. You are getting more overall vitamin C than when you just took 100 milligrams, but it's less efficient. And this just goes on and on and on, getting worse and worse and worse. So when you get to the point of taking 12,000 milligrams, now this is getting into serious therapeutic levels of dosages, but it's still worth looking at, your absorption is only going to be 16% roughly. So it goes downhill pretty fast. Now, the other option is liposomal vitamin C. And so here you have vitamin C that is wrapped in essential phospholipids, and these are absorbed into the body like dietary fats. It's uptaken consistently, even when you get into quite a bit higher levels, with 98% efficiency. Now, once it moves from the lymphatic system into the bloodstream, it's able to deliver this vitamin C into circulation better compared to a traditional vitamin C supplement. And the other thing to think about is that when you are taking vitamin C, whether it's liposomal or whether it's a regular vitamin C, you are going to eventually hit a certain point called bowel tolerance. And this is where you've consumed so much vitamin C that your body says, that's enough, we're done, we're flushing this out, and you just get total diarrhea. And so let's say your point of hitting that, it's going to be different for everybody, but let's say 10 grams is the point at which you as an individual hit bowel tolerance for your current state of health with vitamin C. You're going to hit that either way, whichever you're taking, but you will have absorbed way more from the liposomal form. And so you have a recent clinical study that was performed by world-renowned vitamin C expert. This is a pharmacologist. His name is Steve Hickey, PhD. And this showed that the vitamin C was, when it was in liposomal form, was able to produce double the levels in the bloodstream of what was ever thought possible to be done with regular forms of vitamin C. So absorption is way better. Maximum levels that you can achieve are way better. So if you're just taking small amounts, it's not that big of a deal. But if you want to get into a gram, 2 grams, higher doses for therapeutic purposes, you're going to be way better off taking it in liposomal form. So If you take vitamin C, let me know in the comments whether you're taking it in some regular form or whether you're taking it in liposomal form, and what your experience with it has been like. And also know this, not all liposomal forms of vitamin C taste the same. This one from Quicksilver Scientific, I have to say, is about 30 times tastier and more doable than some of the other brands of liposomal vitamin C out there that just taste rough. They're pretty rough, I have to say. Before you go, please do me a huge favor. Hit the like button down there and subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell. It is so supportive of us as a small business, as a small aspiring YouTube channel here when you do that. And that way you'll make sure that you don't miss out on any of our fun, exciting, and educational health content. We want you to have all the information at your fingertips so you can take your health to the highest levels possible. Have an amazing day, guys. Look forward to seeing you again next time.